with you. Okay. So now let's understand the concept of the VLOOKUP. So in the VLOOKUP, first of all, let's understand that why do we use the VLOOKUP? Okay. For example, suppose if I have given this data set from column A to column E, and I have given you the some IDs, and I ask you that please provide me the name of those employee for whom I have provided you the ID. Okay. So now if you are not aware from the VLOOKUP, then what you will do? You will copy this ID and you will search into your data set by Control F. You will search it like this, right? And where your cursor will stop, where you identified this ID, you will copy this name and you will paste it here. Then similarly, you will go for the next ID and you will go for the next ID. It means to copy paste and finding activity, this activity you have to perform those number of times the number of ID I have given to you. If I have given you the 3 ID, so the 3 times you will search these IDs into your data set. For each and every ID, you will copy the name, you will paste it over here. Okay. So suppose if I have given you the 100 ID, against those I'm just looking for the name. So this activity you have to repeat the 100 times, and which is very tedious task. Okay. So for this purpose, we can use the VLOOKUP. So VLOOKUP is basically an automated form of the find. Okay. Automated form of the find. So in the VLOOKUP, if you see, there are two keywords. One is the V and second is the lookup. So V is stands for the vertical and lookup means to search or to find. So it means if you have a vertical data set like column A to column E, if you have this vertical data set, and in that data set, if you want to find something or if you want to search something, then you can use the VLOOKUP. Okay. And the basic rule of the VLOOKUP is you can implement the VLOOKUP between the two tables then only when there is a common factor. Like the common factor in this case, we have this ID is the common factor for which I just want to search the IDs into my data set. The syntax of the VLOOKUP is VLOOKUP, then lookup value. Lookup value is basically the search value, what you want to search. So I want to search these IDs in this case. So this G column ID will be work as a VLOOKUP value. Table array. Table array will be your source data set. Column index number. So column index number means for which column index number data you want to fetch. And in the range lookup, you will see the 0 and 1. 0 used for the exact match, 1 used for the approximate match. Now here, if against these IDs, if I'm looking for the name, so what I will do, I will type equals to VLOOKUP, then it is asking the lookup value. So lookup value is this one, comma, now it is asking the table array. So table array always will select from that column in which your lookup value will exist. So in this case, my lookup value is this ID, and this ID is existing into this A column into my data set. So from this A column, I will select my data and immediately just freeze it. Okay, absolute freeze. I have made this absolute freeze. So if I will drag this formula, then the range of my table array should not be changed. Comma. Now it is asking column index number, that for which column data you are looking for. So in the column where your lookup value is existing in your data set, like in this case, in A column it is existing. So from there, the column index number 1 get start. So ID is on the first column index number, name is on the second column index number, designation is on the third column index number, salary is on the 4th, and location is on the 5. So if I'm looking for the name, so my column index number will be the 2, comma 0 for exact match. Either you can write the 0 for the exact match, or you can write the false also. Now if I close the bracket and press the enter, so you can see it has given me that for this 10003 ID person, the name is a Marcus Dunlap, which you can see. Okay. Now if you drag this formula to the downside, so you can see for each and every IDs, it has provided you the name. Okay. This one. If there will be any ID which you are searching and not able to find into your data set, then it will give you the hash and error. For example, here suppose if I say the 101. So you can see this 101 ID I do not have in this column A, so it is giving you the hash and error. So hash and error represents that data not found. It means the lookup value which you are searching not able to find into your original data set. Okay. Now suppose if I have given you this name and now I say for these employee, I want to fetch their employee ID. So the lookup value this time I have given you this name, which is existing on this B column into your data set, and the output, that is the ID which I'm looking for. So that ID column is existing the left side of this name column, right? Left side of this name column. So VLOOKUP will not be able to fetch the ID. VLOOKUP only helps you to fetch the data from that column to right column where your lookup value is existing. So it means if in this case, if I have given you this name, which is existing on this B column, so B column onwards, I can fetch the data. If on the basis of name, you will ask the designation, salary, and location, so VLOOKUP will be able to find it, but the left side column data, VLOOKUP will never find it. Okay. So I'm not saying that this is not possible. This we can achieve, but using the VLOOKUP, that is not possible. So this is the drawback of the VLOOKUP. You can say that VLOOKUP, or you can say the restrictions of the VLOOKUP, that VLOOKUP never fetch the backside column index data. Okay. Is it clear, everyone? Okay.
Can you please explain that last one index number,
Okay.
column index number?
This one?
Huh.
This column index number is representing that your G column, the lookup value ID which I have given in this G column, this ID is existing in which column into your data set?
A.
In A column, right? So from here, the ID will start as a 1. So it means ID column is on the first position, name is on the second position, designation on the third, and so on. So I
Okay.
was just looking for the name, so that's why I written as a 2.
Okay, and comma 0, why we put that?
0 is
0.
for the exact match. It means if the same ID which I am just searching, if the same ID is existing, then just give me the data. Otherwise, give me the hash and error.
Okay.
Okay.
Anup,
Yeah.
hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Uh, Instead of two, we can keep that B complete.
No, no.
No.
It
Okay,
says
okay, okay,
column index number.
okay, okay.
So just try this, everyone, at your end and see. And always remember one important point. Whenever you select the table array, always make it as a phrase as an absolute value. Okay. Great.
Anup,
Now just
any shortcut for that?
F4. We have seen this in the first class around, right? In the cell reference.
Yeah. Just directly clicking the F4, it will give dollar signs to both
Hmm.
the rows and the
When you
columns, right?
selected the range,
Yeah.
immediately press the F4, dollar will be put.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Anup,
Yeah,
hello.
yeah,
Yeah,
tell me.
Anup, the formula in the mark, please just click on that. Yeah. If we will like click, matlab instead of two, if we write the three, then abhi
De
then it
designation will
will,
come.
then designation will come.
Yeah,
Okay, it is a counting of the columns, right?
yes, correct, correct. Counting of the columns. Index number one will always will start from that column in which your lookup value is existing.
Okay.
Okay. Don't go with
Yes.
this A, B, C, and D. Okay. Just focus on this one. The column in which your lookup value is existing, column
Okay.
index number one always will start from that column.
Okay, like in the second table, you have written name.
Hmm.
If we have to find Ronnie Proctor and there's no ID, there's designation, then the Bonnie Potter name will be started as one,
Correct.
right?
Right.
Okay, okay, got it, got it.
Hmm.
Anup, hello.
Yeah, tell me.
Can you please show once again how to select this like table array and the formula?
You have selected the lookup value,
Yes.
then simply select this grid.
Uh,
Okay. Then F4, comma 2, comma 0. This
One
one.
minute. The table value, then which value you have to find.
Anup, if we put F4 after any range, so that it becomes freeze, or it is just for only the, I'm not able to, hello?
Yeah, tell me, I'm listening you.
या एक्चुअली अनुप आई वांट टू आस्क कि जो लाइक हमने वो रेंज सेलेक्ट किया उसके बाद हमने F4 दबाया राइट तो
हाँ,
वो फ्रीज हो गया तो
हाँ,
ये वाला जो लाइक है कि हम F4 दबाएंगे आफ्टर
हाँ,
एनी रेंज तो वो फ्रीज हो जाएगा तो ये कहीं पे भी अप्लाई हो जाएगा
हाँ, F4 तो आप कहीं पे भी करिए, वो
ओके
तो फ्रीज।
ठीक
Anup.
Yeah, tell me.
So, for example, if we have to find 10009,
Hmm.
so we need to select G2, then this table array A1 to E14,
Hmm.
uh, comma, column index number, um, from 2,
Hmm. Comma
नहीं,
0.
G2 वाला, तो ये मतलब वन
G
ट्रिपल जीरो नाइन का अगर, नहीं मैं अभी आपने 10003 का बताया, तो वन ट्रिपल
अरे
जीरो नाइन का
तो आप इस
करना
फॉर्मूले को
होगा।
जब ड्रैग करोगे तो अपने आप वो ले लेगा G3।
नहीं, जब अभी आपने तो ये बता दिया था ना, तो मैं खुद से ट्राई कर रहा था कि
हाँ, तो
अगर,
इसमें केवल G3 आ जाएगा वहां पर G2
हाँ,
की जगह। दैट्स इट।
ओके, बस इतना नंबर आप मतलब
बस।
यहाँ से सिलेक्ट करना है हमको।
करेक्ट।
Okay. आपने ये नहीं बताया ना अब तक, ये नीचे वाला नेम और आईडी वाला।
कौन सा ये?
हाँ, नहीं
ये हम वी
बताया।
लुक, ये मैंने एक्सप्लेन तो कर दिया। माइट बी यू आर
हाँ
लेट।
बट, नहीं
ये
नहीं
ये ये वी
देखा
लुक,
बट।
ये वी लुकअप से फैच नहीं होगा ना। ये तो मैंने
हाँ,
केस इसीलिए आपको दिखाया।
तो
दिस,
इसके लिए कुछ ऑप्शन नहीं है, मुझे लगा आप बताने वाले हो उसका।
नहीं नहीं, दिस
नहीं,
कांट बी फैच थ्रू वी लुकअप।
ओके, तो ये सब भी पूछते हैं क्या इंटरव्यू में?
यस। यस। इज इट डन एवरीवन?
Anup, I
हम्म।
have one more query.
हम्म।
While we are doing VLOOKUP,
हम्म।
we can only concentrate on ID and salaries in that particular way, or
आईडी
we
एंड
can,
सैलरी।
I mean,
लुक,
while,
अंडरस्टैंड द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ द वी लुकअप, ओके।
okay,
अगर आपको वी लुकअप में कुछ भी ईमेल आईडीज, कुछ भी मैंने आईडीज दी हैं, ओके,
okay,
like
okay.
the employee ID I have given in this case. So
Mm-hmm.
using this employee ID, you can retrieve the name, you can retrieve the designation, salary, or the location, whatever you want to fetch it.
Okay,
So in this case, my requirement was to fetch the name. So that's why I have given the column index number 2. If you
okay,
require the designation, you can give the column index number 3.
okay, 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 okay,
Okay, this one.
okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Now suppose this data I have given you here, and in the second sheet, I have given you the name, and I ask you, please provide me the designation. Okay. So what you will do? We lookup value. Okay, and after that just put the comma. Don't move in directly in this sheet. Put the comma first of all, not table array. So first of all, what is my lookup value in this case? Name.
यस,
Correct. So when we will select the table array, so table array we will select from the name column or not?
यस,
Correct. Just freeze it, comma. And on the basis of the name column, if I want to retrieve the designation, then what will be my column index number?
2.
Correct. 2, comma 0, and enter, you can see. And if I drag this formula, I am getting the designation. Okay. Here, this VLOOKUP simple, which is coming over here, don't get panic about it because this is your tab name. Okay. So now you can see it has fetched the name from here. Sorry, designation from here.
अनुप, ये प्रोसेस एक बार जो आपने पेज चेंज करके किया, एक बार फिर से आप रिपीट करना।
VLOOKUP, lookup value, comma, then आपको जिस शीट से टेबल एरे लेना है, just move in that sheet. So click on that sheet and select the table array. Okay, then I did freeze it, comma, I need the column index number. So designation is on the second column on the basis of the name. So 2, comma 0, and enter. And
Okay.
drag it, you can see. Okay. Now, if suppose if I have given you this data set, and on the basis of ID, I ask you to retrieve all these columns here. Okay. So for the name, what you will do? VLOOKUP. This is your lookup value, comma. You will select the table array, this one, comma. So on the basis of the ID, if I'm looking for the name, what will be my column index number?
Two zero.
Correct. So 2 comma 0, enter. Now if I will just go for the designation, so if I just drag this formula to the right side, so my lookup value should not get changed, G column. So if my G column should not get changed, if I drag this formula to the right side, then what you will do?
R.
Dollar sign.
Dollar sign before the G. Okay. Now drag this formula to the right side and only change the index number. So on the basis of the ID, if you have to retrieve the designation, then column index number will be 3. For the
Yes.
salary, it will be 4.
Four.
For the location, it will be 5.
5.
Okay. Now just drag this till the last and Control D downfill. So now you can see it has given you all those 4 columns data for each and every columns. Now just try this.
तो मतलब आपने आई डॉलर साइन बस वो
G
इसके
के पहले
आगे
पुट
जी
किया.
के पहले।
Yes.
ओके।
अनूप, जैसे कि आपने ये वी लुकअप G2 के आगे डॉलर साइन लगाया और आपने
हम्म
उसको कांस्टेंट रखा और आपने उसको राइट साइड ड्रैग कर दिया, ठीक है।
हम्म
बट इन केस अगर मैंने राइट साइड ड्रैग नहीं किया, मतलब वो मैंने डॉलर साइन नहीं लगाया और मैंने एक टाइम के लिए, जैसे मैंने नेम वाले का एक फॉर्मूला लगाया, मैं डेजिग्नेशन में भी एक बार लगा दूं, सैलरी में एक बार लगा दूं, तो क्या वो सही है कि
वो भी
नहीं?
सही है. वो भी सही है अगर आप मैनुअली लगा रहे हो.
अच्छा,
लेकिन
ठीक है।
लेकिन वो हर बार आपको मैनुअल लगाना पड़ेगा ना.
तो लेकिन वो ऊपर में तो एक ही बार लगेगा ना, बाकी तो हम फिर नीचे ड्रैग कर ही सकते हैं ना।
हाँ, करेक्ट.
ठीक है।
वो पहले वाला फॉर्मूला क्या था? सिंपल वाला। अनूप। अनूप। हेलो।
सॉरी, आई वाज स्पीकिंग ऑन म्यूट. या टेल मी.
वो फर्स्ट वाला फॉर्मूला क्या था, मतलब जो नेम इसके इसके पहले वाला? हाँ, ये वाला।
आई एम पेस्टिंग दिस फॉर्मूला इन द चैट विंडो आल्सो फॉर योर रेफरेंस.
Anup, I just want to ask one thing
हम्म
कि जैसे कि अभी जैसे हम डेटा एनालिस्ट का कोर्स कर रहे हैं, राइट, फिर हम लोग आगे चल के डेटा एनालिस्ट की जॉब करेंगे, तो जो एक्सेल की वर्किंग है बाय रेशियो वाइज, लाइक हम लोग को कितना काम पड़ेगा एक्सेल से, लाइक इट मस्ट बी लाइक 30%, 40% जो हम लोग का टोटल काम होगा, एक तरह से जस्ट एन एस्टिमेट।
It might be the 100% also. Okay.
ओके।
Yes. Because if you are just analyzing the data, so before analyzing, you have to prepare your raw data into final format into the data which you can analyze, right? So
ओके।
there it might be that you have to retrieve the data from the multiple sheets. Okay, you have to perform the data cleaning concept, you have to perform the grand total, everything. So the functions which we have seen, so we all the functions are going to be used, and we cannot say that it will be the 30 because this is a basic tool. Okay, Excel is
Okay.
basic application which is used in each and every organization. So 100% definitely you are just going to use this one.
Okay.
Okay.
So we should really have hands on these all formulas, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Okay. Got
Okay.
it.
Yeah, what about business analyst role? What is the use for them? Like in Excel?
Look, for the business analyst, for the data analyst, for the reporting analyst, or in each and every department, okay,
And
if you are just if you are just doing the job, so the data is one of the most important thing, correct? And if you just need to retrieve the data, or if you just want to prepare the some graphical representation or anything to summarize your data, the pivot table and everything, Excel is going to be used 100%.
okay,
Okay, because this is the basic tool where you are just maintaining your data.
okay.
Yeah.
अनूप,
Yes,
वो आपने नेम में क्या यहाँ पे सिलेक्ट करके वापस पुराने वाले पेज पे जाना था?
यहाँ पे कॉमा करके आप जाओगे, कॉमा करके आपको दूसरी शीट में जाना है.
ओके.
Okay. I have pasted this formula in the chat window also. Please try this one and confirm me once this is done. Then I will move further only. here. Okay, so we have a one match function. Okay, so match function basically helps you to find the position of any value in a range. For example, suppose if I just want to know that the name which I have written it over here, this one in green cell, I want to find the position of this name value in A4 to E4, that in which position it is coming. So if I write equals to match, this is the lookup value for which I want to find the position, comma, lookup array. Lookup array means in which range you want to find, from A4 to E4, comma 0 for exact match. If I will press the enter, just tell me what should be the answer. If I check, then from A4 to E4, on which column or on which position I would say the name is coming.
It is coming on second, Shayad.
Second. No, that's fine. Second. Correct. So if I will just change this name to this salary, it is keep changing. 4. If I'm
Okay.
changing this location, location is coming on the 5. If you type the ID, ID is coming on the 1. Yes or no? Understood?
Can you please explain it again?
Here, I just want to find the position of this G2, this salary, in A4 to E4. So if you are selecting from A4 to E4, it means your A4 is on the first index, B4 is on the second index, C4 is on the third index, this is on a 4, and this is on a 5. So if I'm just looking for this salary from A4 to E4, so it is coming on the fourth index number or not, or the fourth position.
Yes, okay.
Okay, this one. If you write the name here, name is coming on the second. Correct? Got it? Everyone? Okay. So now, seeing this match function, you can see it is giving you the output in the numeric, right? And it is giving you the output and which is telling you the position of the value. So when you were using the VLOOKUP, so in place of the index number, you were just counting and you were writing that number. Yes or no? Earlier, we were just counting, na? That if the name is coming on the 2, we were writing the 2. Salary was coming on the 4, then we were writing the 4th. Manually, we were typing it over here or not? When we have dragged this formula, then we have changed this or not? Every time.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
So in this place, if you have a small data, then that is fine. But suppose if you have a long data set, then so that will be very difficult for you. Okay. So in that case, what we do, we use the VLOOKUP match over here. Okay. So here we can perform the VLOOKUP. This is the lookup value. This is my table array, comma. जहां पर आप कॉलम इंडेक्स नंबर काउंट करके लिख रहे थे, so in this place we will use the match function. Match. Now it says lookup value. So for which column you want to find the position? Name, comma, lookup array. In which range you want to find the position? From A1 to E1, comma, 0 for match function, comma, 0 for VLOOKUP function. So this match function result will be what? Tell me. Only the match function result.
2.
What correct? It will be the 2, right? If you press the enter, look, it is giving you the name. And now if we have to drag this formula to the downside and the right side, so just tell me where you will put the dollar sign in this formula. I want to fill this formula downside and right side, both side. Just think about it. Think logically.
In the H1 before 1.
In the H1 before the 1. Okay. Anywhere else?
Also before H.
No. Here in the H,
$G.
$G, right? Because when you drag this formula to the right side, your lookup value should not get changed, right? Or when you drag this formula to the downside, then your H1 value should not get changed. So if I enter, and now if I select this grid and Control D and Control R, so you can see it has fetched the name into the name column, designation in designation column, location in location column, and salary in salary column. Okay. Now if I ask you, on the J column, I need the salary. On the K column, I need the location. So only you have to change this header. Here if you type salary, salary is coming. If you type the location, then the location is coming. Because it is retrieving the data from your column. Automatically, it is detecting the column index number on the basis of your header. We were not hard coding anything. Earlier, we were doing the 2, then 3, then 4. Manually, we were typing. But here, the things are completely dynamic now. You can see I'm just changing the header, and automatically related to that header, it is retrieving the values. Okay, this one.
Please explain that 0, 0 वाला first.
ये फर्स्ट जो जीरो लगा है ये मैच फंक्शन का जीरो है, एग्जैक्ट मैच का, और लास्ट में जो जीरो लगा है ये वी लुकअप का जीरो है.
अनूप, जो हमने यहाँ पे G2 के पहले जो डॉलर साइन लगाया है और H और 1 के बीच में जो डॉलर साइन लगाया है, एक बार ये दोनों प्लीज बता दो, ये डॉलर वाला तो.
अगर यहाँ पे आप जी के पहले डॉलर नहीं लगाओगे तो जब आप इस फॉर्मूले को राइट साइड फिल करोगे तो वो जी को एच, एच को आई, आई को जी, वो चेंज करता रहेगा ना.
हाँ.
वो आपको नहीं करना ना. आप चाहे नेम निकालो या डेजिग्नेशन, योर लुकअप वैल्यू विल बी द जी कॉलम और नॉट.
यस.
So that's why I just freeze this G column, that when I drag this formula to the right side, then the G column should not be changed.
ठीक
This
है.
should be fixed. Okay? In the H1, when you will drag this formula to the downside for each and every name, so your lookup value will be this name column or not?
Yes, it should be same.
Okay, it should be same. So while the time of dragging the field, dragging the formula to the downside, your H1 should not get changed. Right? It means your
हाँ.
row number 1 should not get changed. So that's
Yes.
why I just put the dollar sign before the 1.
Okay.
So just try this formula. Formula is in front of you. Just try to implement at your end.
हाँ है.
हाँ,
तो
तो उसी में
आपने
लगा.
किया क्या? अच्छा. मेरा कोई और पेज पे किया. अनु अनु हेलो।
अगर नहीं हो रहा, आप यहाँ से इसको ऐसे ड्रैग कर लीजिए, इधर से ऐसे राइट साइड ड्रैग कर दीजिएगा, ठीक है, और फिर
हाँ
यहाँ से ऐसे डाउन साइड ड्रैग कर दीजिए, एक ही बात है।
हाँ, ये तो नॉर्मल पता कि राइट साइड में
हाँ
आर करना है, नीचे डी, बट आप
हाँ,
पूरा कैसे किया था वो नहीं समझे।
पूरा ग्रिड सेलेक्ट करा ना मैंने, ये पूरा ग्रिड सेलेक्ट किया ऐसे पहले,
हाँ हाँ।
और कंट्रोल आर और कंट्रोल डी, ये आ गया।
ओके।
ओके, नाउ अब ये असाइनमेंट आप लोगों को ट्राई करना है अभी। जस्ट ट्राई दिस, कि ये आपको मैंने डेटा दिया है, ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ आईडी यहाँ पे आपको फॉर्मूला पुट करना है कि आप जो भी यहाँ से सेलेक्ट करोगे उसका डेटा आएगा। ओके, कि अगर आप नेम सेलेक्ट करोगे तो यहाँ पे नेम आएगा, अगर आप यहाँ से डेजिग्नेशन सेलेक्ट करोगे तो इस कॉलम में डेजिग्नेशन आएगा। ये आपको ट्राई करना है, सॉल्व करिए इसको, टेक योर टाइम, नो रश, बट सॉल्व करिए इसको। एंड लेट मी नो once this is done.